I'm not sure I've seen anything like it before, really. It's like it's not right. It's just like it's an unfair advantage. You can't take the hammer off Beterbiev. You can't continuously take punishment. And I truly believe that Bivol would win, but seeing Beterbiev up close, that's the second time I've seen him up close. You know, you're in with a guy that's, like I said, not particularly human. I know he's getting older, and you hope that he's slowing down, but he's not. He's actually, I mean, that was, I thought, one of his best performances. Dmitry Bivol has tremendous movement, but you've got to make a dent. It's very difficult to outbox him over 12 rounds. He's going to wear you down. He's going to force the pressure.
I'm just boxer. No belts, but not king. I'm normal guy. I tell everyone, nobody believe me. Nobody believe me. I don't know why. I'm very kind person, you know. Even you talk about me bad things with my opponent, like you did good job, you know, because of there is no knockout, you know. Yet, yes, you're right. Yeah, there is more on other things, like, you know, like many things. There is what I can prove, you know, in my boxing skills and my physical aspect, like too. Not much. I mean, even if I have chance to prepare for 10% more than Bin, I think it's gonna be much better.
You didn't break him. Normally, all the other guys at some point they break. This guy didn't. What does that do for you mentally, knowing you've done 12 rounds and he never broke?
He's good. He's good. A good guy.
But will you break it?
He prepared well, you know. He's good.
Maybe he is unbreakable.
We'll see. I always challenge myself, you know. I always want to do something different, to learn something, you know.
Throwing, and I remember thinking he'll stop now and I'll return, and then he kept throwing. Look, he's a good fighter, but no excuses. I think he's been out the ring for 17 months, the bell goes, and you got Artur Beterbiev putting it straight on you in a shoebox of a ring was a bit of a shock to the system. I've been a big puncher throughout my career, so you're kind of accustomed to what a big puncher is, and I've obviously got to give him credit. He's the only man to ever put me over and stop me, so he's definitely a big puncher. His record speaks for itself. He definitely is a puncher. Like I say, he's put me down twice. No one's ever been able to do that so far, so no, I've got to give the man credit where it's due. Obviously they'd done his blood test and they found traces of a certain whatever, and then he'd done his urine test and found traces of something else as well, so I think the two of them was a bit suspicious, and then I spoke to VADA and they said, look, it is suspicious, but it's still not technically a fail.
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think better be a win.
You scored it to him?
Listen, for me, I say for me like a 6-6 for round. Yeah. But more procent win Beterbiev. Okay. Last three round. Hungry procent win Beterbiev.
You were able to drop Usyk in the amateurs. Is that too much?
Usyk too strong for me, you know. Maybe cruiserweight. Usyk too heavy and too strong for me. There is little.
Artur Beterbiev has once again left fans and analysts stunned as new training footage emerges ahead of his highly anticipated rematch with Dmitry Bivol. The 39-year-old unified light heavyweight champion, widely regarded as one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, is preparing for what many consider a legacy-defining fight. The footage shows Beterbiev in his signature savage mode, hammering away at a massive tire with a sledgehammer for an hour. A brutal conditioning routine that has become synonymous with his reputation. The intensity and precision of his punches during pad work demonstrate why he's so feared in the ring. His short, compact shots carry devastating power, making it clear that even at nearly 40 years old, Beterbiev remains a machine. The video also showcases Beterbiev's unconventional training methods, including wrist and fist strengthening exercises that seem almost superhuman. These drills not only enhance his knockout power, but also reinforce the durability and stamina he's known for. Fans watching the footage have commented that he appears sharper, faster, and stronger than ever. A terrifying prospect for any opponent. MMA commentator and podcaster Joe Rogan weighed in on the training video, calling Beterbiev a freak of nature. Rogan described his power as preposterous and highlighted his ability to maintain such a high level of physical performance at his age. "This guy is not human," Rogan said on a recent podcast. "Every shot looks like it could end a fight, and the way he keeps going at full throttle, it's just insane." Rogan also pointed out that Beterbiev's ability to sustain his power and intensity for 12 rounds is a testament to his unmatched conditioning. He referenced Beterbiev's endurance-heavy fight with Anthony Yarde, where the champion dominated in the later rounds despite a grueling pace. Promoter Eddie Hearn, who has worked with Bivol, acknowledged the enormity of the challenge his fighter faces in the rematch. Hearn admitted that Beterbiev's raw power and relentless pressure make him one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing. "He's built differently," Hearn said in a recent interview. "You can't take that kind of punishment for 12 rounds. It's not just the power, it's the way he forces you into mistakes and makes you pay for them." Hearn emphasized that Bivol will need to be at his absolute best to outbox Beterbiev over 12 rounds, but he's confident that the Russian's tremendous movement and ring IQ give him a chance. Oleksandr Usyk, who faced Beterbiev in the amateurs, also shared his thoughts on the champ's training. Usyk acknowledged Beterbiev's incredible strength, recalling their fight and describing him as one of the most powerful opponents he's ever faced. "He's so strong," Usyk said. "Maybe too heavy and strong for me back then. He doesn't slow down, and his punches hurt even in the clinches." Usyk praised Beterbiev's work ethic, noting that it's his relentless dedication to training that has allowed him to remain a dominant force in the sport for so long. The rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated fights of 2025. Their first encounter was a close and thrilling battle, with Bivol relying on his movement and precision to frustrate Beterbiev. However, Beterbiev's relentless pressure and power eventually turned the tide in his favor. This time around, both fighters have made adjustments. Beterbiev's training footage suggests that he's focusing on maximizing his power and durability, while Bivol is reportedly working on his endurance and defensive strategies to counter Beterbiev's aggression.
Things of all aspects, like for boxing skills, like for condition, like every cardio, everywhere I feel there is space to improve, working on with my team, like condition coach, like boxing coach, like we do some correction, but there is no much time to do some big things. We're working on it, Yeah, before my previous fights, always these fights I never focus for knockout. I'm more focused to do in good way, good job. I think this second fight is more. I think it's gonna be better fight than first one, because we know each other. We. I think it's gonna be better fight. There is more actions, I think so. He is good too, he's good boxer. He did good. He did. For so far, I received only one rematch fight. I feel good, and I enjoy this work, this job.
What's the secret, man? How are you so sharp, such a good shape at your age?
Keep training, yes. Training.
Did you see Artur Beterbiev?
Yes.
He did a hammer workout on a tire where he hit a tire for an hour.
He did? For an hour? What?
He hit a tire for an hour with a sledgehammer.
Dagestanis are made of different
He's Chechnyan.
Is he Chechnyan?
But same great example of a guy with just preposterous power. Just preposterous power. Beterbiev is hitting people too like this.
Yeah.
It's all short.
Yeah.
Everything is short, and it's just
But he'll hit your arms.
power. Look at his workouts with his wrists and fists.
Yeah, that's
And this is his warm-up. Beterbiev is one of the craziest specimens because he's almost 40 years old too.
Yeah.
So he had this endurance fight with Bivol. So it's 12 rounds of super high pace, very endurance heavy, and he was the one that was dominating at the last round.
Correct.
That's February 22nd. I'm f***ing pumped for that fight.
They're gonna fight again?
Oh yeah, it's the rematch. I'm very pumped for that. He's one of the scariest boxers of all time. The only fight that he had as a professional that went the distance is Bivol.
I know.
Great video where this boxer who was, a world-class boxer, who was a professional, got brought in to box Beterbiev, and his coach said to him, just do your best. He's like, do my best? What the fuck are you talking? I'm gonna fuck this dude up. And he goes, and he hit me. The first time he hit me, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life.
I get out there, I see him, I'm like, oh, he don't look that big, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got a big head, but he don't look that big, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about that. So when we get in the ring, I asked Mark, I said, Mark, how you want me, what you want me to do? Mark said, just do your best. I said, what? You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm about to show both of them. Bell ring, ding dong, the bell ring. I'm like, all right, cool. Hit it with the pump fake, then threw a jab, and he came over it. Yo, it felt like I was on an airplane pulling off. Like, I felt like I was like I was descending into heaven. I'm like, I'm about to meet the Lord. Oh, I'm not. I'm still on the ground. Like,
It's gonna be good fight, don't miss.
Guy that's a freak of nature. Like, you're fighting a guy that's not human. He's not breathing. Every shot hurts. Even in the clinches, you see how strong he is.
Fans have flooded social media with reactions to the training footage, with many dubbing Beterbiev as the scariest man in boxing. Some have even speculated that his unique training methods give him an unfair advantage, though others argue that his success is purely a result of his unmatched work ethic and natural abilities. Experts have also weighed in, with analysts like Max Kellerman and Andre Ward praising Beterbiev's ability to stay at the top of his game despite his age. Ward commented, "He's the definition of a fighter who's built for war. There's no quit in him, and that's what makes him so dangerous." For Beterbiev, this fight is about solidifying his legacy as one of the all-time greats. A victory over Bivol would further cement his status as the undisputed king of the light heavyweight division. For Bivol, this rematch is an opportunity to avenge his loss and prove that he has what it takes to outclass a powerhouse like Beterbiev. Will Beterbiev's power and relentless pressure be too much for Bivol? Or will Bivol's movement and precision allow him to overcome one of the most feared champions in boxing history? Stay tuned for more updates as the countdown to this epic rematch continues.